Hi everyone, in this video we are going to see when you are using selection statements such as if, else, else if or else, what possible errors you could make and how to avoid these errors. So first of all, this is a correct program. Okay, this program does not have any error. When I'm going to run this, it will ask a user to enter a number between 1 to 3. So if I'm entering 1, a line will be drawn in a pink color. If I'm entering 2, a line in orange color will be drawn. If I'm entering 3, a line in red color will be drawn. If I'm entering anything else than 1 2 3, a blue colored line will be drawn. So let's check. I'm going to enter 2, and as you can see, an orange colored line is being drawn. Now again I'm going to run it, and instead I'm going to press 9. You can see blue colored line is entered because 9 is neither 1, 2 or 3. So the conditions at line number 3, line number 5 and line number 7 are failing, and as all the above conditions are failing, else statement is being executed, and that's why we are getting line in the color of blue. Now let's look at what possible errors you could make. So for example, remember this number has to be in the integer format. If it is not integer, if you have forgotten this little int over here, what will happen that your number will be in actually letter formats, and you will try to compare with a letter. So let's say when I'm running now, if I'm going to enter 2, it will consider 2 as a letter, and which is not equal to this number. So even though I want a line to be drawn in orange color, what is going to happen? A blue colored line will be drawn. So let's have a look at it. So as I have stated, 2 is considered as a letter, and which is not this 1, not 2, not 3, and that's why else code is being executed. So it is essential to include int whenever you want to compare numbers. So now the question is, if you want to compare, let's say, letters, how do you write a code? So for that, I'm going to show you. Let's say code is equal to input, and then I'm asking you to enter A for pink. Okay, so I'm not going to use this line, that's why I'm going to comment it with a hash, and that's what I'm going to use over here. If code is equal to A, I should be getting pink. Okay, if code, I'll just skip this because we are not using number, we need to change all those things. Okay, we are using code everywhere, that's why I have to make these changes. And when I'm going to run this, when I'll enter code as A, so have a look, I'm entering A, capital A, and when I'm pressing, it is using a pink, it is drawing a pink line. Remember, when you have to compare it with a letter, you need to specify it within the speech marks. Next, another common error that could happen is about writing if else statements itself. So if you're forgetting this colon, you would not be able to run. So the colons after if, else if, so for example, even if you're forgetting over here, you would not be able to run because there is a syntax error. You need to include colons after each condition as well as after else. So that is important. You cannot write if in this format. It has to be in the small letters. If you're writing as a caps lock, it is not being recognized. It's not in the blue color. So it is case sensitive. You cannot write it any other way. Later on, this indentation, as we have learned in for loop, is required even in case of selections. So you cannot write color equal to pink at the start of the line. It has to be after indentation, after this blank space. If you're not writing this blank space, there would be an error. So have a look. I cannot run because there is an indentation error. You need to have this indentation over here. The last thing is, you can you might be writing elif, but you are not including any statement. That is incorrect. you would not be able to run, because elif must have a condition. So there should be a condition like this: is number equal to 3, number equal to something like that. Another common error that could happen is you're writing condition after else. So you don't need to write any condition after else. It is, if all the previous conditions are failing, then only you are going to use else. So if you're writing condition after else, it's again incorrect. You're creating an error, syntax error over here. So these are one few of the major errors that one can make when you're coding using selection statements.